Hello, I am going to prove to you how a universe can be created out of nothing, with nothing but word, with nothing but God. I'm going to prove it to you because we are made in the image of God, so that we do the things in the likeness of Him, that we are like Him in some way. But of course, we are compromised because of the fall of man, so we tend not to see it as much. But the nice thing is, even though we have a finite mind, we can have a good level of understanding of which to say God created the universe. And it's like, okay, basically, if you're a programmer and you make a game, you made a universe when there was none. How is that possible? It's nothing but word, but of course, it's human word. And we're going to talk about how God did it. Alright, let's move over to the Bible. And here we are. Let's go to John first. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So that's what it was at the beginning. It was the Word. So the Word is not just a statement. It was actually a person as well. It was God. And it was with God. So let's just say the existence of the Word, the power of the Word, that is to say, it is with Him, it obeyed His command, and it was Him. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. So, everything is a creation. Nothing else. It's not an accident. In Him was life, and the light was the light of men. The nice thing about this is he's saying that He was alive. Only through Him was light. And He was that light that is the light of men. The light shines in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Let's go to Genesis and see how this comes together. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. So the Spirit of God was there when there was no light, but there was earth, and it was without form, and there was plenty of darkness. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. What did He do with it? He divided the light from the darkness. Darkness comprehended it not. God said, "Let there be light." I'm here to tell you that the true light is right here, possibly. That when He said, "Let there be light," Jesus is the source of all light. So He was there at the beginning. This is not to say that God created Himself. Definitely not. That's messed up. Because God is not a creation, He's a creator. So that's to be clear on that. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are one and the same. But they are there, you know. And as far as I understand, they have different purpose. You know, Jesus holds the entire world together. He is the light, and He is the way, the truth, and the light, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by Him. And John, this comes later, there was a man sent from John, from God, whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He witnessed Jesus Christ himself. That's what this whole book is, the gospel. And he was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that comes into the world. The true light. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Wow. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. So, our only hope is through Jesus Christ, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh. Okay. I just want to tell you guys that this is the same Word that exists from the beginning. And that same Word made flesh. Jesus Christ came to us in person. He is the light. Get it? The light. That's like the only thing physical. It's the physical thing. Something we can see. So he comes to us in a physical form. Of course, he can do that. He's the Word. That's like amazing. And we behold his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father. He's begotten of the Father. See, when he was baptized in the water, of which, the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water, that's associated. So, that kind of opened up some thought about baptism, is it of man or of God? And the Pharisee would not answer because neither answer would be on their favor. But Jesus knew their thought. It's of course from God. Get it? Okay, so there's another verse for this. Colossians 1:15. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature? Oh, look, the firstborn, the image of the invisible God. He has an image. He's not just invisible, he is also visible. For all things, for by him, all things created that are in heaven and that are in the earth, visible and invisible. So, he's everywhere. Get it? He is everywhere, and yet he is invisible. Light is visible and invisible. Think about it. Light gives you sight. It gives you information. It bounces around, it absorbs the colors of this book. Light bounces off of this, turns into yellow, hit me in the eye, and I can see it. My brain processes it. But not only that, it bounced off of something else and changed that color and bounced at me. It made something else look a little bit yellow. That's the nature of how light works. It gives you information. It lets you see. And yet, how does it do that? That's invisible. It's a photonic force. And the way that it bounces around is hard to see too. But you can find it by mathematics. Funny, isn't it? He's associated to math. And he is before all things, and by all things consist. By him all things consist. And he is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning and the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence. For it pleased the Father that in him should all fullness dwell. And you know that this is talking about Jesus Christ. So I just presented evidence that the Trinity was there from the very beginning through the Bible. It was right there, you know. God the Father, the Spirit of God, and the Son of God. So now I need to prove to you guys how that by word you created a universe. Being a programmer is like making a universe, really. So here's an MP code. If I run it, there's nothing. It's just empty void. So what can I do? You know, it's like all you got is this, you know, which is to say it's a universe. So it returns 0. There's nothing. Let's start with a simple step. Let there be light. How do I do that? Let's just say, let there be light. Let's see what happens. It don't exist. That's just meaningless. I make it a function. Semicolon. Okay, that's the nature of a language. This is a function. I'm gonna call it like that. Yep. It's still not gonna work. Why? Because there is no such thing. So I must say, what is let there be light? Let there be light. I would call this a function, but of course you have to give it a return type. It's a void. It'll return nothing. Well, it worked, but nothing happened. How do you create a universe with nothing but words? Even if you put the fact that it does exist and it's legitimate. You know, if I do this, it would work. If only it has something in it. Like undefined vector. This exists, but it doesn't have any meaning. So I'm going to supply that meaning. I call it void. And I put this special kind of bracket. And I do something in it, you know. I do this and it would work, but there's still nothing in it. There is no light yet. So how do we have light? Well, people made a library. I'm gonna use it. Okay, so I call it an IOStream. That is a C++ library. I'm gonna call this in, and I'm gonna say cout. And what this does is print something on the console. And I'm gonna say, and there was light. Beep. You gotta put semicolon. Right in. There it is. There was light. This is an oversimplified way of saying that you can use language to make something happen. There is a fact that I have a computer and it's doing exactly what I tell it to do. So if you have a word but no computer, it's just word that cannot be performed. It cannot do anything. It has no math. There is no math. nothing ran. Nothing can run. That's nothingness. Complete nothingness. And yet, through him all things consist. Through him all things consist. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. You know, you understand that mathematics is a very complex world that is yet very simple. Like there's so much going on, but it actually makes sense. You can actually leverage the disadvantage to your advantage. It's powerful stuff, and it's beautiful. You know, it's like there's no greater beauty than to have full understanding of mathematics. So like, God knows something about beauty. Heaven is a wonderful place. It's a perfect place. Think about that. We don't fully grasp or understand mathematics because we're finite. But God is infinite. Just imagine a computer that can handle any information you give it, no matter what. It will always process, even if you put it on a loop. I like to do this one. This is really good. While true, I love who? You. Boop. What this does? It's just gonna go on forever. While true, I love you. I dot. Okay. I is a member of something. I say class, person. Okay, let's try a person. This is beautiful. This is I need to include like okay, so I put in a string name, and then if I remember right, I'm just going crazy. Yeah. Name equal name. So I made a class. There's two person. I gotta make it a constant. And this is me. And so let's say my name's John. Really, my name's John. This is you. And somebody. You are somebody, not nobody. Okay. I have a function called love. And it's going to return a Boolean value. And you put in a person. I'm going crazy. It's going to return true, but it will also say it's going to put my name in it. lag. And it'll make another line. It's gonna keep doing this forever and ever. Okay. Hopefully I did it right, but always something. Oh, yeah. Gotta invoke their name. Private. Here we go. Ah, see? It'll go on forever and ever. See? John left somebody. Gonna go on forever. Okay. I went on a little marathon process, but thank you for being with me on it. But you see, this is what happened. A computer cannot process this because it just go on forever. But God can do that. And He knows the true meaning of love. It's not just, not just gonna say this, okay? What is love? It's like you just go on deeper, as if say, I love you, and I want the best for you. Like, I want this for you, I want that for you, I want you to have everything, it's an ever-developing love, and, yeah, we just can't comprehend it because we're finite-minded, but the affection that He has toward us is everlasting. And this is, it's funny, I said, let there be light, and now I'm doing this forever. Okay, so, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it makes sense to you, because this is, in essence, what God does. He does things in infinite ways, in ways that are unimaginable, something we cannot comprehend, and it's pretty amazing. And He loved us. He loved you very much. We're made in His image. He loved us. And the devil hates us because we're made in His image. And the devil hates God. He hates us because we're made in His image. So we're at war against darkness. The darkness cannot comprehend what God truly is. And you must be gone from darkness. You must depart from darkness. So this is a gospel message in and of itself, is that He divided the light from the darkness. So if you live in darkness, and you like that darkness, you will get lost. You will not be able to see God, because darkness cannot comprehend it. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. He is the way. That's amazing, isn't it? God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in Him should not perish, but have eternal life. TTT. Thank you very much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next time. Did you too?